Hey everyone, this is Cameron here with another one of these kind of semi-regular updates. We don't do these every month, but sort of as needed. As there's big things we want to make sure don't slip through the cracks, we'll put one of these out. So this is going to be available on our YouTube channel, or maybe you're listening audio only through our podcast, or we'll certainly link to this in our newsletter. But regardless, we have a couple of big announcements we just want to make sure get to everyone, and we want to blast them out in as many channels as possible. So two big things. The first is a staff update. So as you hopefully know, we brought Josh Wilder onto our staff team almost exactly a year ago to serve as the pastor of communities for us half-time. And Josh has served incredibly faithfully. He's been a crucial part, honestly, of keeping our church connected and moving forward over the past year as he's overseen groups and pastored people and been a part of the teaching team and served as one of our elders here. And we are so excited to announce that the elders have made the decision to bring Josh on full-time as of last week. Last week was his first full-time week. This is going to allow him much greater flexibility to serve our community, to serve you, especially not having to juggle two jobs and have his time kind of split in half. And so we're just so excited. In some ways, it's stretching for us, frankly, to be able to do this right now. But we're confident that this is the right decision to be able to move forward and to build connection in a disconnected time, to give more energy towards pastoring our people when it's honestly like a little bit more strained to do so, to facilitate community when we desperately need it, and to ultimately make disciples and equip the saints for the work of ministry, which is what we believe we are called to do. And so, we believe this is a good decision, an informed decision as we've looked at kind of church savings and where our budget's hitting right now and all that. But it is a stretch, and we're just trusting that God is going to provide all that we need over the coming months. And so just want to put that out there for you and announce that this coming Sunday, which will be September 12th, depending on when you're listening to this, September 12th, we will be announcing this at our gathering and just have a moment to kind of pray over Josh and commission him into this full-time role. And so we invite you to come be a part of that, come be a part of what really is a big step forward for us as a church community, bringing on our second full-time staff. That's huge, and it's a blessing to be able to do it. So thank you all for your generosity that enables this, and we just hope and pray that we'll continue to be able to move forward, that we might be able to better serve you, our church. And this leads me to my second point. So if we're doing this Sunday, that leads me to my second point, which is really just a call to worship. As everyone is aware of, we are now a year and a half into this global pandemic. And we've all had to come to terms with the fact that so much of life, especially including church life, still feels far from normal. And the worst part of that is that we can't say with any kind of certainty exactly when the sort of healthy kind of normal is going to return. Nonetheless, there's much to be grateful for as well. We've got these highly effective vaccines and increased knowledge of COVID and how it does and doesn't spread and who is more or less at risk. And that's allowed us to move forward into community and into closeness and intimacy with much greater confidence and peace than we had this time last year, certainly. But that said, I know that there are many people, because I talk to you, there are many people in our community who are struggling a little bit in isolation. As you've been forced to keep distance, even more distance than is typical, from church gatherings, from small groups, community groups, or even connecting just one-on-one with people from the community in some cases. And that's because of unique personal circumstances, unique health circumstances, either for someone like you as an individual or your immediate family or extended family that you're really working hard to protect and take care of. And so for those of you that are in this boat, I know this has been a painful reminder of the biblical truth that it is not good for man to be alone. And that when God calls us, he doesn't save us into a vacuum, but into a community, into a family of brothers and sisters. And when we can't experience that family, it's not right. And even if there's good reasons for it for a time, it's not the way it's supposed to be. And I know many of you are feeling that acutely. And so I just want to make it as clear as I can, that our church and our pastors and our elders, and I'm sure I can speak on behalf of our volunteers as well, we want to serve you and be there for you in whatever ways we can, whatever ways are safe for us to do so in. I just want to reaffirm that. Like, you are part of our community. And we want to make sure you know that and you feel that and you experience that, even if we can't be together physically. And so phone calls are easy, email is easy, setting up a Zoom or a FaceTime is easy, and we want to just be available to do that. And so let us know how we can serve you if I don't reach out to you first. So just want to affirm that. At the same time, we know that there are also some of us, part of our community, who, if we're being honest, have just simply gotten in the habit or gotten used to life apart from a commitment to being present with the local church community. Maybe you don't have a particular health concern that's kept you away, or particularly unique circumstance or whatever. Maybe you've just sort of, and for many of us, maybe we've already begun to sort of return to something like normalcy in other spheres of life. So maybe, depending on whether that's how you're hanging out with friends and socializing, how you're engaging back with work, or kids going to school, or you as an adult going back to school, or, whatever it is. You've started to sort of, kind of make an educated movement back towards risk. And I think that's a good thing. But it hasn't translated back to the church community, because these are habits. These are habits that get formed and habits that get broken over time. Disciplines, really, spiritual disciplines that are easy to sort of lose, especially in a strange time like this. And so anyway, if that's you, this is a call to return. Physically, this is a call, an invitation, a challenge to you to come back to Door of Hope Northeast. And I don't just mean Sunday, though of course Sunday. Come and worship with us, come and learn with us, come and serve with us. But even beyond Sunday, in our small group life, in just the network of relationships that we hope can and will form now and into the future that make this place a home for so many. Come and be the encouragement and the presence that only you and all of your uniqueness can be in our midst. We need you. If you're part of this community and you can be here, but you're not here, we are losing something invaluable by not having your presence here. I really believe that. So come connect on Sunday, come connect outside of Sunday, start forming new friendships, start making a fresh commitment to prioritize your relationship with Jesus in community as we move into the fall. That's the call. And on that note, for the rest of September, so for the next 3 weeks, we're going to be stepping out of the Gospel according to Mark for a short vision series that will allow us to reflect together on where we've been as a community kind of through our first year and a half. To kind of look backwards at the past and kind of celebrate even the way God has pulled us through wild circumstances, but we're still here and we're still serving, we're still loving Jesus, we're still worshiping him, we're still growing after him. So to look back and then as well, what in the present are the unique opportunities we have at the size and the age and the circumstances that we are. What are the things that right now are unique opportunities and blessings for us? And then to look forward into the future, to look to see what is ahead and what do we believe God has in store for us as we move into really the future and the next season of church. So I invite you specifically to come be with us, come be a part of proclaiming to one another and to the watching world that Jesus is risen, that Jesus is Savior, that Jesus is the King, and that is good news for any who would receive it. Come be a part of what God is doing as we really are about to start a new chapter, I believe, at Door of Hope Northeast. So that's the call. I love you all, and whatever category or whatever your circumstance is, I love you. I'm so excited to see you, hopefully many of you soon, and even for those for whom it won't be that soon, I I love you too, and look forward to the day we are together. So thanks for listening. I think that's all I've got for right now. Have a great one. See you soon.